Today, I want to talk directly to small business owners and also to people who want to start their own business one day. This is for anyone who wants to protect the money that they earn and avoid the mistakes that quietly destroy shops from the inside. This video is not about huge commercial sites or giant warehouses. I'm going to make a separate video for that. This is talking about the small shops that run on tight margins. Corner shops, newsagents, vape shops, salons, boutiques and everything in between. Most business owners worry about the wrong thing. They lie awake at night terrified of a burglar, smashing the shutter and grabbing some stock. And yes, that is a very real risk that should be taken seriously. But here's the uncomfortable truth. A business can survive a break-in. What it can't survive is months of money quietly disappearing from the inside. When margins are tight, even a little bit of missing stock or a few pounds a day draining away can wipe the profit without you even noticing. Today I want to show you the real blueprint that protects small shops from things that actually makes them go under. So, what we're going to start with. Let us start with the biggest threat to small shops, and this is something people hate talking about. Look, my mum ran a newsagent years ago and she nearly lost the entire business. Stock was going missing, the books were all over the place, and it got so bad the taxman actually showed up accusing her of fraud. This was a long time ago, before I was actually born. But the problem was not burglars, it was a shoplifter. More specifically, one that was trusted, a trusted member of staff who was skimming from the till every single day. Slow, steady and silent. It nearly destroyed her, and even though my mum had a strong suspicion, she's too nice a person, she couldn't bring herself to say anything. Thankfully around this time she met my dad, who got involved, and simply by watching this employee like a hawk, the staff member hated it so much she actually left after a couple of weeks. Profits went up and thankfully they did just fine. So to start with, inside jobs. Now let's break down the different types of internal theft. Till skimming is when a staff member takes a little bit of cash every single shift. Sometimes coins, sometimes notes. It adds up fast and it's almost invisible. Next one. Fake refunds happen when staff put items through as a refund and then they pocket the cash, or they refund items that were never returned. You lose money twice. Next one. Taking items home. This is when staff help themselves to stock at the end of a shift. Small items that add up a lot over the year. Next one. Petty cash can go missing slowly, a few pounds here and there, but it really adds up. Friends discounts, staff discounting items for friends or giving freebies to them without permission. This is a major source of lost margin. Just a quick example of what this might be. It might be a sunbed shop and their friend comes in and they just say, oh, go on it for free. There's no way of tracking it. Next one. Underringing is when staff charge the customer full price but only ring part of it through the till and keep the difference. It's very common and it's very hard to spot. Now, there's another one. Out of hours. Some staff will come in late at night, they'll unlock the shop and grab a few things, lock back up and leave, and unless you have a proper app notification security set up, you'll never know. Old alarm systems use one code for everyone, so when someone unsets the system to go in and steal at 1 in the morning, no one knows who did it, and everyone denies it. A modern security system solves this. With something like the Godfather security system, every staff member has their own login, so your app will literally say unset at 1 AM by Matthew. CCTV can be good for this too, but people can simply wear hoods or masks and avoid that, but it's impossible to deny that it was them who unset the alarm when it's come from their own account. You have clarity, CCTV can be avoided, a unique app login cannot. Internal theft is the silent profit killer most owners never see coming. If you're interested in the security system, the website link is in the description. So let's go on to section 3, which we have as blind spots. See, shoplifters work differently. They're not masterminds, they simply look for places that you can't see. So what can we consider blind spots? So to start with here, we've got tall shelving. Tall shelving creates tunnels where thieves can hide. Dark corners become very easy targets, and aisles that staff can't see from the till, well, they're the biggest hotspots. If you can't physically keep an eye on the entire shop, well, then you're just relying on luck. One of the best things you can do is add a TV monitor above the till that shows all your camera feeds. Staff look up and they instantly see everything that's happening from the shop. It makes behaviour obvious and it makes shoplifters nervous. It's one of the most effective deterrents that you can add. So now we're going to go on to section 4, so I'm just going to make some room on the board. This is all listed in the video description if you want to reference back to it, and it's also chaptered in there too. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. It's time to talk about measures that you can put in place to protect yourself and what these measures are. Visible security is what customers and thieves can see. Cameras, lighting, signage, it matters because it scares casual opportunists. Invisible security is what actually catches people. Covert cameras that are above the till, sensors that are on the back doors and things like that, app alerts for out of hours access. So what we've got, you see, most small shops, they only invest in the visible security, but most of the real losses come from the invisible side. You need both. And if you're unsure what I mean by covert cams, they're cameras that look just like, say, a smoke detector, for example, but people don't realise an actual camera inside, and that's how it catches them, say, looking over the till where cash and things is placed. So let's talk about your alarm setup. So here there's key places to protect. So what we've got here, alarm setup protecting the front door, the back door, the shop floor, the stock area, often people forget that one, getting notifications, having app access and user logins which are personal to those specific people. You see, most small shops, they set up their alarms wrong. Only the front door is protected, rear doors are often ignored, stock rooms don't have movement sensors, no instant notifications, and everyone shares the same code. A modern system gives you full control and full visibility. If someone unsets a system late at night and the app tells you exactly who it was, well, there's just no getting away from that. But there's more than one type of shop. So if you run a normal small shop like a vape shop, salon, news agents, the Godfather security system is ideal. You know, it's no subscriptions, works off an app, instant notifications and staff accountability. But There's obviously areas where it's not ideal. If you sell, say, high value goods like jewelry, or you run a bar late at night where things can get aggressive, then in those cases, I don't recommend my system. Get an NSI approved installer and a monitored alarm with police response and things like panic buttons for instant police response from those buttons being pressed. Different businesses need different levels of protection. Now, this next section is fascinating and it's all about psychology. Right, behaviour, eye contact movement, lighting, item placement. This is very cheap, sometimes free, and it's a layer of protection that's extremely powerful. Look, eye contacts with customers massively reduces shoplifting. Some studies say it even gives over a 50% reduction in shop theft. Staff moving around the shops disrupts any plan for the shoplifters. Keep expensive items near the till and not at the back, and good lighting removes excuses. Two staff members during busy times can change the psychology completely. Security is not just equipment, it's behaviour and environment. But with all of this, there's one major modern day issue we need to address: mobile phones. How often now do you walk into a shop and see the staff member not even look up from their phone? That makes your business an easy target, and it's bad customer service anyway, to be honest. Look, I'm not saying you have to be a phone Nazi and say that all phones must be kept locked up. But make a rule that unless it's an emergency, the phone needs to stay in their pocket, unless it's their break, of course. Otherwise, you end up with staff scrolling on TikTok, not paying attention to what's going on, also providing poor customer service, and it just ends up with you getting robbed, so it's a double whammy. So now, after going through those points, we need to give you a clear blueprint on what you need to protect yourself overall. And this is going over what we talked about, and it comes down to 5 main factors. And these 5 main factors for your blueprints are: protect inside, fix blind spots, mix of visible and invisible security, smart alarm, and behaviour. This is the full blueprint for protecting small shops and small businesses. Screenshot it or come back to the video and it's all chaptered in the description. So look, if you are a small business owner, you're someone who wants to start their own business and you want me to break down your security layout of your current setup, put a comment below or message me on Instagram at Simon Security Expert, and I'd be happy to run through your security setup, obviously free of charge. And if you want a modern alarm that shows you exactly who is entering your shop, then go and have a look at the Godfather security system. But whichever route you choose, protect your margins before they disappear. I hope it's been of use, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.